the Packers are covering this no problemo, but I'd love to hear what you have in this game.
Yeah, no, it is. It's one of my key games. Actually, I got it early and I bought it to -6.5. It was -135. And you'll hear me a lot with these big spreads. Remember, in the old days, there was never double-digit points. But I remember that one time when Seattle was rocking and rolling back in the day, when they had the young Russell Wilson, they were given like 17 points in an NFL game. It was bizarre. But here's what I saw with Green Bay. Their last 10 on the road, they've scored 24 points or more in all of them. In their last 9 home games, Cleveland has scored an average of 5.33 points in the first half. And only 2 of those did they score more than 17. So I took that -6.5 for peace of mind. And that peace of mind is the same thing that I mentioned with the Nostradamus game, given 9.5. The difference between 9.5 and 11.5 in a football game is huge, and we saw it last night. So, I am keying the Packers early on Sunday.
Yes. So I think we're locking the Packers in as one of our top bets of the week as a team. I don't have a prop in this game, so you're going to see something this week. My props kind of came more so in bunches. I love being able to spread them out. I know I talked about this last week too. Like, you just can't bet when the value's not there. But it's you're going to see throughout the show. I have them really kind of bunched up in a few games that you're going to find out. But I do have one in our next game that we're going to talk about. So we have the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans divisional game. Can always get a little bit wonky in a divisional matchup, but the Titans just look like they can't move the ball. And one thing that I have harped on, and it's besides the fact that the Colts have been surprising with how good Indiana Jones, used to be Danny Dimes, now he's Indiana Jones, has been through the first 2 weeks, is that defense is legit. And they were banged up last week, and they still played decently against the Broncos in a tough game there. They're -3.5 favorites on the road. This is another game where, look, I'm taking the favorite in this one on the road. I see nothing from the Tennessee Titans that makes me think they can really push the envelope from that offense against any competent defense in the NFL, at least right now, until something gets figured out. That offensive line is awful. Their only weapon is Calvin Ridley. He can't catch the ball through the first couple of games this season. So I'm taking the Colts -3.5 in this game is for the overall. What are you breaking down in this one?
Yeah, I'm skipping more games this week than I'm playing. And when I say skipping, I mean I'm not diving in from the beginning of the game. I have my data sheet. I'm looking for what I'm thinking happens. If I see a trend, I see something that looks like, wow, this happened before, then I'll join it. But this is one of the games, and here's what I've got. In the first half overall, the Colts have scored 13 or more in 7 of 7. And we've talked about this before. When you're in week 3 and you say 7 of 7, you're going back to last year. For the game, 5 of 5, 26 or more. This is the first road game for them. They've been at home, but on the road in the first half, they scored 13 plus and 4 of 4, so the last 4 last year. But here's the stat that really got me. Tennessee's currently, including last week, on an 0-9 against the spread run. So that's at home. That's at home. My bad. At home.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, it wouldn't be as bad if it was overall, right?
Right.
Because you're supposed to lose on the road, but that's at home.
No,
Listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They've lost 13. So they're 2-13 against the spread in their last 15 games. And if you're betting, that's what matters, right? Against the spread.
Exactly. And it's just been a bad team for a while now, and it's not looking up just as of yet. And I haven't lost hope on Cam Ward, just for people who are out there wondering, like, oh, are we out on him already? No. But this is just not a good roster. Like, it was gonna take more than a franchise quarterback to turn this thing around in a year. I do have a prop for you. Speaking of Indiana Jones, I am going to cash the over on his passing yards prop, which is only set at 210 yards. Now, this is a game that's a little bit wonky because I can understand why people may be a little bit teetering on this one, because you could see it going a couple of different ways, right? When you get into 2 divisional matchups, one team is definitely inferior to the other. The Colts might go into Tennessee and say, hey, you know what? we can kind of just play it safe, not show our cards, kind of grind it out an ugly win and still be okay. So you're like, well, maybe they won't throw the ball a ton. But 210 yards when Daniel Jones has been eclipsing that with 272 and over 300-yard performances the past couple of weeks. I'm not going to suddenly say that he falls off a cliff now. Yes, Tennessee's defense is not terrible, but they're on the field all the time. I have a projection for him of about 237 yards. So that's almost a 20-yard edge heading into this one. I think he covers the prop easily. Again, that's over passing yards on 210 yards.